Hi folks, and welcome back to a fresh rebuild. We are going to Everton. I have to put a poll out on the community page, of which Everton had a resounding vote of 56% of those who you would like to see rebuild next. I'm going to use this sort of method going forward. I feel if I'm unsure which teams to use, I'll leave it up to you guys. But yeah, an overwhelming 36 votes. That's more than I expected, so thank you very much indeed. And as we all know, Everton have really started off badly this season. They are currently bottom of the Premiership. 3 out of 3 they have lost. They've scored 2 goals and conceded 10 goals in 3 games already. That is just crazy. We are using an updated database as well, which can be found on the fmscout.com website from the Notorious Pro. I think it's dated 3rd of September. And as I'm recording this, Everton have just been spanked by Bournemouth in the last 3 minutes of the game. Unbelievable scenes there at Goodison Park. So hopefully we're not going to do a repeat of that. We are going to help Everton to mid-table to top half and hopefully bring them a trophy or 2 along the way. Could it be bad management that is sending them down, or ownership? Who knows? So Everton, having enjoyed the greatest era during the 1980s and despite not having won anything for 28 years. Wow, I didn't realise it was that long. And I suppose in them 28 years they have struggled to maintain themselves in the Premiership. No doubt they will get out of the mess that they are currently in, but after Bournemouth's game, I'm not so sure. Boasting a total of 25 competition wins, which include the Premier Division or the old Division 1 9 times. They have won the Cup Winners' Cup way back in 1985. The FA Cup they've won 5 times, the last time being in 1995, having won the Sky Bet Championship as well. And the Community Shield again at 1995 was the last time they'd won it, but 9 times they'd won that trophy. There is a transfer budget, but because we're using the updated database, there will be no transfers for the first season. They are predicted to finish in 16th position. That's 4th from bottom, I believe. I mean, it doesn't hold much hope for us, really, does it? They have got an excellent youth recruitment, a superb youth facilities and training facilities, so there's no excuse. The favoured formation, which is the 4-2-3-1 with Pickford in goal, Branthwaite, Tarkowski, Patterson, Mikalenko. They've all got Garner, Mills, Decore, Harrison and Calvert-Lewin. The board alert, owner looking to sell. Right, okay, so we could be under new ownership anytime soon as well. Strive to make progress on and off the pitch, work within the budget, build a new stadium. That's the plan. Finish mid-table, be competitive in the FA Cup and Carabao. And I don't see them looking any further because of that sale, wanted to sell the club. So a quick look at the transfers. So everything dated the 1st of July, I believe, are the new transfers. We've got Begovic from QPR, sweeper keeper. Nice. Lindstrom, Jake O'Brien. Not a bad shout for 22 years old though. That's pretty decent. And then Ndeye, again another good player, 23 years old. So I can see youngsters happening here. A 20-year-old Irobunwan. I said it that fast. I don't think you realise I made a mistake. I probably have. I do apologise. Again, 20 years old though, but he's got very good potential. A lot of the players out, some on a free, some on a loan. More notably, Ben Godfrey to Atalanta and Onana to Aston Villa for a combined £55 million. Club finances, they do look okay. Debt-wise, wow, nearly £1 billion in debt. That is incredible. I didn't realise things were that bad. 3.9 million a month. I thought Manchester United were bad, but that is just insane. So probably another part of this challenge will be to try and bring that down. I'm going to find that very difficult. It would be nice to bring that down, but we'll see what we can do in 5 years. Staffing wise, no, not even looking at that, no. So the players at the club currently, so there is a fair bit, quite a few on loan. So if we take out those that are not at the club, right, it's just fitted onto a page. Right, okay, so who have we got? Calvert-Lewin, striker. Yeah, we are going to be centering around him. He is wanted though by Villa. I'm not going to sell him to Villa, not one of our rivals, especially to help them to get a European spot. Definitely not. Pickford, 29 years old. I would look to move him along. I don't personally rate him as a goalkeeper. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. He may surprise us. Yeah, Igayi, 33 years old. Doesn't look too bad. Tarkowski, 30 years old as well. I mean, some of these players don't look that bad, to be honest. Tarkowski, yeah, okay. Not brilliant, though. Gay as well. Again, pretty decent, actually, to be honest. Pickford's the one that really does surprise me. He's got some really good attributes. I just don't think he's any good. And Calvert-Lewin, 14 finishing. He's quick, but he needs to really get his finger out, I think. We've also got the Core, 30 years old. So we have got a lot of aging players. And Day as well, 23-year-old. Yeah, I would like to use him. Advanced forward. I would like to see, can he play? I wonder if he can play in attacking midfield, or maybe we go 2 up front. We'll see. Beto as well. I forgot we had him as well. 25 years old, 14 finishing. Again, I think he's a little bit like Calvert-Lewin, actually. Jack Harrison, he's on loan to us. Again, nice little player, 26 years old. Mikalenko, looks like he's wanted as well. 24, looks okay. He's wanted by Leverkusen. Okay. Nathan Patterson. We've also got Branthwaite. Definitely going to be building a team around him. Hopefully nobody's going to come in for him though. Contract's not for another 4 years at least anyway, so that's good. We've also got Brozier as well, 21-year-old, attacking left or mid up front. Very quick again, could be useful. His crossing's not brilliant though, to be honest. Tim, we're going to name him Tim. Can't pronounce his name, I am sorry. But yeah, Mazzala support midfield. Okay, I would like to see what he can do. I mean, he is 20. Plenty of potential. Does he need the game time? Do we send him out on loan? That's the thing. Just to get him the game time and see what happens. And then a couple of other players as well. So the formation, we're going to go with a 4-4-2. 2 DMs in there. 2 wide defensive wingers. It's a formation I've seen a couple of times on a few videos and I've been impressed how well it works. Not sure about this though. We are using just a normal default formation instructions with balanced as well. We've just I think it was just 2 wingers. I've just brought them down. And I think the 1 cam we've just moved up. That's all I've done with it, really. We've locked in a couple of players. One is Tim. Bags of potential. I just want to see how well he does this first season. Also, we've locked in Patterson as well. Again, another young player with a lot of potentials. Seamus Coleman. He'll probably get some game time, but he's 37. I think we've had a testimonial for him as well. O'Brien as well. A young player, 22. Potential as well to go alongside Branthwaite. So we'll see how well he does as well. So yeah, if we pick our best 11, this is what it comes out with. Branthwaite stays in there and Patterson does as well, but the other players vanish and I wanted to give them the game time. It's not gone too bad. The first 3 games we've done better than what Everton are doing in real life. We've got 6 points. Despite losing 1 game to Manchester United 3-0 at home. Very disappointed with that, with Højlund, Ugarte and Garnacho all scoring 2 in the second half. So we've done reasonably well. We beat Aston Villa 1-0. Harrison scoring after 26 minutes. And Wolves we beat 2-1 with Calvert-Lewin scoring in the 86th minute after loss and equalising the 82nd. So we progress through to that, of which we play Tottenham. We are currently lying 9th, not bottom of the table. So there is a massive improvement. So yeah, you me. Hopefully we'll be competitive like they want us to. And we will finish somewhere higher than what Everton are expected to finish. So let's get our first season underway. Wow, that's more than I would ever have imagined. We're just out of the race for the European places. Level on points with our rivals Liverpool as well, who lost 12 games, but we did draw 13. Not the highest. Crystal Palace drew 15. But we drew 13 games this season. We only lost 8, which is probably the 4th best defeats in the league. That's amazing. The formation obviously works. Just need to get the right players in there now. But 53 goals scored, not an awful lot. 41 against, which isn't too bad actually. Pitchford's not done a bad job. But 3 draws in the last 5 games and a loss. It's not brilliant. But having the right players in the right positions could work for us. But we're not that far off a European spot. That's pretty good. And Chelsea finished in 15th. Wow, what happened to them this season? I'm sure they would have sacked their manager at some point. Let's have a quick look. John Terry was manager, was he? He was caretaker. Maresca, he was sacked in the January. It didn't last long at all. But that is a phenomenal feat for us though. Really, really good. And Calvert-Lewin, second best player in the league. And Patterson, most assists in the league. FA Cup though, we did get knocked out by Aston Villa 3-0 away from home. It's a pretty bad result really, to be fair. And the third round by Spurs away from home. Only 1-0 though. So we did give a good account of ourselves. It's unfortunate we were playing Premiership teams along the way. But other than that, it's not a bad effort from the lads this season. Beto was our highest scorer in the league with 14. Squad-wise though, however, Beto, leading goal scorer of 16, 37 games, 21 only for Calvert-Lewin. What happened there? It looks like he took an injury. So let's have a quick look. Injuries. Ouch. Okay, he had quite a few niggles this season. A lot of weeks out. 4 months out with a broken leg. Then 5 weeks with a sprained knee ligaments against Man City for sprinting, tackling. He did have an awful lot of time off. Half the season injured. That's not great. I mean, do we risk him for another season? It's a possibility. He's got 1 year left on his contract. If somebody comes in for him, that I wouldn't be adverse to letting him go. A day as well, 7-0, not bad. Tim, who we locked in, did he actually improve? It looks like he has a little bit though. Let's have a look at his progress. If we go all time, they have gone up. They've gone up a fair bit. His determination has definitely gone up. Gay did get some game time as well. 1 goal for Joseph Chimiti. Patterson, 12 assists like we saw. 39 games. He did reasonably well. Seamus Coleman, he still played 31 games, Coleman. I'm not sure exactly where he played. Midfield, maybe. 4 assists. He's 35 years old now and he will be retiring in a couple of days' time. O'Brien, who we locked in as well, not bad. Probably need somebody better. He'd be a good backup, I guess. And Branthwaite, not bad at all. Although I would like to see a little bit more from him. But our 2 centre-backs did play 43 games each. So neither of them took an injury by looks of things. That's pretty good. 7 assists there for McNeil. 47 goals conceded by Pickford. Okay, I take my hat off to you. The 30-year-old. Maybe we could do with another goalkeeper anyway. But again, if somebody comes knocking on the door, I won't be adverse to letting him go. There are better out there, but probably not a position really we would look to replace. But we could do with a decent backup because Krellin, 23 years old, yeah, okay, and a couple of others as well, which again, we'll see. So, next season. We know the finances weren't brilliant, but they are giving us 37 just under million this season, which is absolutely amazing. And a little bit on the wages budget as well. Debts, has that gone down? It's gone down to 870, 850 in total. Not so sure. Okay. Has that gone down? I know the borrowing's gone down because obviously you're paying 4 million a month, but okay, we'll see what we can do. But 36 million is a very, very good start. Well, first off, we're going to start off straight away by saying we've been taken over. A tycoon apparently, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce their name, but he gave us a lot of cash. And at the same time, he did clear some of the debt as well. We've only got 238 million in debt now, 424 million of the bank loan remaining, which will be paid off in 10 years time. I'm sure that'll be paid off a lot sooner than that once he adds more money in, which meant we had a lot of money to spend. Despite letting some of the older players go, Decore's gone, Jimiti's gone out on loan, we've lost Dixon and we've lost Kane. We're trying to offload some of the other ones. A few have retired. And we're still left with a couple of others as well. So we're going to let their contracts run down so they'll be with us as a backup. Now, we brought in 6 players. 6 players. And we spent over £200 million to doing it. So, let's start off with our first signing. Mark Gahey from Crystal Palace. £52 million. An absolutely wonderful player. 24 years old. Going to play alongside Branthwaite at the back. Tarkowski's still here, but we're going to see if Branthwaite edges him out. He should do because he's got a bit more potential than him. So hopefully them 2 youngsters will settle it out for the rest of the rebuild. From Lazio for £41 million, we bring in Matteo Guendouzi. He is a phenomenal player. somebody that will grow into his role quite easily. 25 years old, very, very good stats, and he's going to be playing alongside Ghana in that defensive midfield role. From Al Ittihad for £38 million, I think it was, we're bringing Steven Bergwijn. We did have to pay a little bit more money in wages. He wasn't on that much less than that, actually, to be honest. But 26 years old, to play as a defensive midfielder or a winger, actually, I think we've changed them to now, just so it fits into his role. And again, 26 years old, can grow into that role. And unless somebody comes in better or we change positions altogether, he'll be here for the remainder of the rebuild as well, even if he is back up towards the end. From Leicester for £39 million, we're bringing a wonder kid, 20-year-old Abdul Fatawu. Plenty of potential, very, very quick. He's got very good dribbling as well, good technique. Attributes look really, really good, and there's not many that are under 10. From Monaco for £42 million, see, no expense spared. We bring in Van der Sar, a right back. He's going to challenge Patterson in that role. More than likely, he will take that role anyway, I reckon. Very quick. Stats-wise, look really good as well. And I think he's only got 4 that are under 10. Finally, from Roma for £6 million. We had a little bit of money left, so I decided to invest in a left back. I'm not sure if he's going to be going out on loan, but he's in the under 21s at the moment. Very good potential on him. I'm hoping he'll go out on loan eventually. He is wanted, however, by Oxford on loan, so hopefully he'll go there. So we've locked in a couple of players, Branthwaite, Bergwijn and Fatawu. So if we pick our best 11, Bergwijn goes to the right hand side and McNeil comes in, and we don't have Branthwaite in there at all. But Van der Sar does come in. We started off our Premiership campaign against Leicester, smashing them at 5-0, with Fatawu getting a goal against his old club. Brilliant. And Beto with a brace and Calvert-Lewin as well. Middlesbrough, we smash 5-2, another 5 goals. Newcastle, we smash 4-1 even. I mean, it's embarrassing at this point. I'm hoping we can keep it up. Blackburn, however, we did need penalties to go through after Bergwijn equalised after 73 minutes. And then we're back to Premiership action, of which we beat Bournemouth 3-0 with a Calvert-Lewin hat-trick. We are currently lying top of the table, 4 for 4. Now, there's something Everton fans won't see very, very often, if at all. So, hopefully, we'll keep this up injury-free. Calvert-Lewin, I'm looking at you, son. We've got Wolves in the next round of the Carabao Cup. So, let's jump into our second season and let's see if we can keep this momentum up. Okay, not too bad a season. We're in Europe, which is a great sign. Finished in 6th position ahead of Chelsea and Manchester United. That's pretty good. And Newcastle way down in 16th, but 65 points. We did have to battle it with Chelsea for that 6th position. 65 points, I think that's a little bit more than last season. We did score a lot more this season. And I think we conceded about the same. There we are, 9th. 53-41. 65-41, so we did concede the same as well, so it's not too bad. 41 in 38 games is pretty good. It's quite decent. Just need to be more effective. Like Liverpool have only conceded 24. Top 5 though, 15 points, and it was very, very close there as well. And Beto, he gets 19 goals, 3rd best goal striker in the league, behind Haaland with 24, so he wasn't that far behind. And Bergwijn, 13 assists. That's what he was brought in to do. Competitions, dear oh dear. We don't seem to be getting very far in these, do we? Newcastle, we lost in the 5th round to 2-0. Could have been prevented, I guess. Newcastle did finish in 16th, so I feel like we should have beaten them. 4th round in the Carabao Cup, we lost to Brighton, 4-3 this time. Away from home again, and again a Premiership outfit that we had to play against. Squad then. So, let's have a quick look. 21 goals apiece for Beto and Calvert-Lewin, which isn't too bad, but it's not brilliant. I suppose with them two up front, it's 42 goals. Could have been one player scoring that many. Yeah, it's I may be looking for another striker, possibly in changing the formation up a little bit. Abdul did pretty well in that defensive midfielder role out on the wing. 8 and 12, 5 and 15 for Bergwijn. Maybe we try and push them up this season for season 3 and play actual wingers rather than defensive wingers. That might help us a little bit. Bergwijn though is on 175 grand a week. I didn't realise that. Calvert-Lewin though, 165. It's not brilliant, I'm not going to lie. It's looking at his stats, he hasn't really been performing, although 7.19, it's probably better. I'm very tempted to keep him for another season. 6 assists for Guendouzi, 2 and 6, not bad. Branthwaite is looking pretty good now, 2 and 1. It's not brilliant. 7 assists there for Milenko. And Vanderson, 5 with 2 goals. Hopefully that'll get a bit better as well. He is worth 100 million. Same with Gahey as well, who's been in defence, 2 and 2. Our defence has done quite well. Jordan Pickford, 50 goals conceded in 44 this time. I think I will be looking for another goalkeeper. While he's this much, I think we're going to see if we can offload him. Tarkowski, he is wanted. He is on the transfer as well. Palace and Lazio. He's got another season left. So, yeah, we may hopefully try and offload him this summer. And then everybody else will be under 30. I don't think there's any, apart from Gahey though, which, yeah, his contract runs out. 100 grand a week, that will be saved. And at the end of this month, he will be a free agent. So I'm quite happy to let him go. So next season, goodness me, £178 million. These tycoons are really ploughing the money in. So we really have got to deliver. I'm thinking a 4-2-3-1 formation for next season, I think. Drop one forward back into the attacking midfielder role and let the forwards fight it out between themselves. So not as busy as the first season, but with a lot of money we do add to it. Calvert-Lewin has gone to Al Ittihad for £65 million. We couldn't say no in the end. He wasn't worth that much actually. I think he dropped to around about 55 or something like that. But yeah, that's where he's gone, which increased our budget to well over 200 million. That with contracts, it reduced it slightly, but not too much. But we did manage to bring in £218 million worth of talent. The first one, João Pedro from Brighton. Very, very good player. 23 years old. He's going to play on the left-hand side. Bergwijn's probably going to lose his place, but we'll see what happens. He's a good backup to have anyway, despite having a very good season last season. But with that amount of money, we thought we'd bring in some youth and a lot of prospect in there. Next one was Yildiz from Juventus. Again, 20 years old, a lot of potential. He's going to play in the cam position where he can play, and he just looks absolutely phenomenal. Them stats just speak for themselves. Got a very good dribbling, determination, flares there as well, agility, physicals, mentals, not many under 10 at all. I said I was going to get rid of Pickford. We haven't offloaded him as yet. We've got him as a backup. He is 31 years old. But we brought in Aaron Ramsdale from Southampton, who are in the Championship. He was happy to come back to the Premiership. And for 27 years old, there wasn't really any other better goalkeepers out there. There was Verbruggen, the wonder kid goalkeeper. In previous rebuilds, he just hasn't developed as quickly, but that could be down to the team where we play him in. So I don't know. But Ramsdale, he's a Premiership proven. I think he's far better than Pickford. And from Bayern Leverkusen, we bring in Victor Boniface, another striker, because Calvert-Lewin's gone better. He's not bad. He has finished above him goal scoring. So Boniface has got a lot to live up to. 24-year-old striker, 6'3", very quick. And again, I think him and Beto will fight it out for that striker role. So we've just locked in 2 players, the 2 youngsters, Yildiz and Fatawu. I think they're just going to develop absolutely superbly. If we pick our best 11, Pedro comes in, Bergwijn on the left-hand side, which I'm not keen on, to be fair. Boniface and Day comes in and takes over that role. Well, the back 7 is what I would expect with Ramsdale in goal. We started off the campaign against Leeds with a fantastic 2-0 victory at home, followed by Brighton 3-2 with Boniface, Garner and Yildiz all scoring, and then we had a 1-1 draw with Brentford. Again, disappointing result that one, but it was a 93rd minute equaliser for Brentford in that game. The Europa League that we are in now, we've got Transport Ammonia, Hapoel Beersheva, we've got Benfica, Panathinaikos, Rennes, and we've also got Galatasaray and Sevilla as well. We are currently lying in 5th. Not top like we were last season, but I'll take it. Another top 7 finish is what I'm merely looking for. Would like to finish in the top 4, but we've got another couple of seasons to try and get that anyway. We are, looks like, predicted around about 19th in this Europa League, or seeded. And we've got Man City in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. So that's going to be fun. So let's get into our 3rd season and let's see what sort of mischief we can get up to. Well, we are definitely climbing that table. 4th position, a Champions League spot as well. Ahead of Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, Newcastle. There's only the 2 Manchester clubs and our rivals, Liverpool. 63 points. I think that's less than the last couple of seasons, actually. That's let's just have a quick look. We got 65 last time and 64. Yeah, it's definitely our least points so far. But it does manage to give us 4th spot and the Champions League spot to boot. And because of the change of goalkeeper, we only conceded 36. We're still not scoring any. Really, 61 goals scored. It's not a lot to challenge the top 3. We're 9 points off Man United in 3rd. Liverpool a further 18. And then Man City, 30 points from Man City. Although we did draw another 15 games. We seem to draw an awful lot of games. I think we have to go attacking. We have to convert them draws now into wins. But that is pretty good, and we only lost 7 games this season. Well, there's no top goal scorer. Beto normally gets there, but not even Boniface either. Guendouzi picks up 11 yellow cards. That's about it. Other than that, we haven't really got anything. That's surprising considering where we finished. However, we do get to the final of the Europa League and we win it, which guarantees our place in the Champions League despite winning in 4th anyway. But a superb finish by Van der Sar there from the right back position. But a 2-1 win over Porto. It's our first trophy in this rebuild. We do go 2-0 up. Ndeye played. So where was he? Our youngster? Where's he gone? Did he not play in this game? Maybe he might have been injured. I don't know. But yeah, he's missing from this game. But they do get a goal towards the end. Squeaky bum on seats time. But a 2-1 win all the same. The league phase, we do top the group with a 7 wins out of 8. Which includes a 7-1 battering of Hapoel Beersheva. We beat Galatasaray, Reims, Panathinaikos, Ammonia and Transport. And we lost to Sevilla. Round of 16, which we'll jump straight into. Transport, not sure why we played them again though, but we win that 3-2. Quarterfinals, we beat Juventus 5-4 thanks to a 3-1 second leg victory. And the semi-finals, it had to be penalties to beat Sevilla. So really close all the way through to the final on that 2-1 victory. And again, we haven't got a top goal scorer, although João Pedro does get 4 Player of the Match awards. Yeah, again, winning the trophy and not coming anywhere close. The other competitions, however, we did get to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, losing 3-1 over the 2 legs with Chelsea being smashed by Aston Villa 7-3 on aggregate. And just out of interest, who did win that? United on penalties. And in the FA Cup, Man City, the other Manchester club, knocked us out 3-1. And who got to the final in that one? Arsenal beating Man City. Squad wise, 25 goals for Boniface, which isn't too bad actually, to be fair. Yildiz did score 22 and 12. He's not injured, so I can't understand why he didn't play in that final. Unless he did and he was subbed off maybe. But he looks pretty good and comfortable in that position. 15 and 12 for João Pedro. 7 and 9 for Ghana. 6 and 3 for Branthwaite as well. And 11 assists for Makalenko. Fatuwu. He's not developing as nice as I would have thought. Just check his progress. So I've got a feeling if he's not gone up by that much, which he hasn't, I think we'll be looking for another right winger at this point. That's disappointing, I have to say. And our goalkeeper Ramsdale, 57 in 61. That's what I want to see, and 22 clean sheets. And Pickford didn't even get a game this season. And going into next season, oh my word, £225 million. Oh my god, we definitely can do some damage with that. Right, starting with just a few players out. There's not that many. £8 million worth. Malpau goes to Mallorca for £5 million. Holgate goes to Espanyol for 2. We've also lost Krenlin, the goalkeeper, who's gone to Wolves for 1.1, and a couple of others going out either on loan or on a free. We do bring in £205 million worth. Michael Olise comes from Bayern Munich for £48 million. Wow, wow, wow. He looks amazing. 24 years old, and them stats, well, they just speak for themselves. We also bring in Hugo Larsson from Frankfurt, £55 million. Again, 22 years old, to play in midfield. Either Garner or Guendouzi, they're going to fight it out between themselves. I think we may going to lock Larsson in just to see what he can do. But him, Garner, Guendouzi, it's just a dream at midfield at the moment. We're also bringing another forward from Porto, £24 million, Samu Amorodian. Again, very quick, can finish as well. Not so bad composure, but physicals, that's all I'm after. He's just going to challenge Boniface up front. And also we bring in Antonio Silva from Benfica, £78 million, defender, Branthwaite and Gehi. Brilliant at the back. It doesn't harm to add in a little bit more competition. So we're only locking a couple of players in, Yildiz and Larsson. I want Yildiz to do a little bit more. He had a really good season last season, but if we pick our best 11, they vanish. Pedro comes in the middle, McNeil on the left, Elise, Boniface, Garner, Guendouzi, and back four with Silva this time instead of Branthwaite. And other than that, everything else is as. We beat Leicester 2-1 to start off the Premiership campaign. Then we drew 3-3 with Arsenal, 2-0 against Aston Villa, and a fantastic victory over Fulham, 5-3 away from home. We did concede goals, but away from home. We did play in the UEFA Super Cup. We did lose to Real Madrid. We had a player sent off. Unfortunately, it was Boniface, and it wasn't until after that Real Madrid took control, and Mbappe scoring both goals. But we're not that far off their league, actually, to be honest. We may yet play them in the Champions League. And the Carabao Cup third round, we went and beat Colchester 3-0. The Champions League, we have been drawn against Slavia Prague, Napoli, PSG, Barcelona, Shakhtar, Anderlecht, Liverpool and Monaco. Wow, there's nothing like a baptism of fire, is there? We are currently second in the table, so I'll take that. And we are probably seeded to be 26th in the Champions League. So, yeah, hoping to prove a few people wrong there. And I'm not sure who we got in the next round of the Carabao Cup because it's not been drawn yet. So let's jump into our fourth season. Let's see if we can pick up another trophy and see how far we get in the Champions League. It's another top six finish. We finished in fifth position. We're still in with the chance of a Champions League football again next season. 21 wins, which is fantastic. 7 draws, 10 losses, a bit more losses, but only 38 conceded once more. 65 goals. It's not a lot, but when you look at all the rest of the teams, probably on par. I think the 4th, 5th highest in the league. 70 points, that's definitely our most points in a season. 2 points off finish in third position, which Manchester United occupy, and that's only by 2 goal difference. Goodness me, at least we're getting very, very close to finishing in that top 4. It's going to be very difficult to overhaul Manchester City at the top of the table. Even Arsenal are doing well as well. So, yeah, not 30 points adrift this time, only 17, which we've seemed to have halved it at least anyway. But that's not bad. I have to admit it's pretty good. Maybe the formation doesn't work. I don't know. We need better players. We need money. It's not as if we're not getting it. And Boniface finishes second leading goal scorer behind Haaland, who has an incredible 32 goals this season. That's just mental. But Boniface with 23 in the league, that is something we've been waiting for a long, long time for someone to come and do that for us. And Guendouzi, well, he does manage to top the yellow cards listing now as well. So at least he's won something, bless him. But we do get to another final, the Carabao Cup final this time, and we play our rivals Liverpool, winning 2-1 to get our second trophy of this. What a finish for Yildiz. That is phenomenal. What a goal to put us up very earlier on, and Liverpool do come back to it, forcing extra time, I believe, of which obviously we snatch it right at the end. But second trophy of the rebuild, and our first Carabao Cup trophy as well, I do believe, which is even better. Like to get first trophies of things. But next up will be the league. We're going to see if we can get any closer to Man City, but that is a phenomenal finish. 2-1 finish overall. Elise, 3 goals in the competition. Mikalenko, 3 yellow cards, and Elise gets 2 Player of the Match awards as well. I expected a lot more in goals-wise, but I'll take it. The FA Cup, we get knocked out by Brighton in the 5th round, 3-0. Yeah, it seemed to be a pain in the proverbial Brighton at the moment. And in the Champions League, we do get knocked out in the playoff round against Monaco, losing 4-2 over the 2 legs. So the league phase, we did qualify in 14th position, 4 wins. Anderlecht, Shakhtar, we even beat PSG. We drew with Monaco and Liverpool, but lost to Barcelona and Napoli. Okay, that's pretty fair. We had a plus goal difference, so that's pretty good. But yeah, it's to get qualified out of the group stage and winning half our games, I think that's pretty good going for our first season in the Champions League there. Squad-wise, 33 goals there for Boniface. Brilliant. That's exactly what I want my forwards to do. Elise, 14 goals, 8 assists. Well, that doesn't seem an awful lot, does it really? 9 and 10 for Larson, not bad in his first season. Pedro, 7 and 13. Yildiz, 6 and 14. Not as much as last season. McNeil, 6 and 5, still getting some game time as well, now 27. I mean, we have got a relatively young side. We just need to not have any sentiments over some of the players and just bring in better players for them positions, regardless who they are, to improve our chances. But Ramsdale, 55 conceded in 53. I'll tell you what, it's not bad from an attacking formation, really. I think we had 2 midfielders rather than DMs. So pushing them up has worked slightly. It has forced an issue, but whether or not it's best thing going forward, I don't know. But finances, hazard a guess. Let's say 150 million pound, 183, and our wage budget has gone up slightly as well. So if we can sell 1 or 2 and then replace them with better players, then I'll take it. But yeah, that's brilliant. 243 in the bank, so there's not much worry about being broke. Any debt still? We've still got 377 million. Right, so a couple of players are going out the door. Pickford's gone to Bournemouth for £13 million. And also Bergwijn, he's gone as well. He's gone to Leeds for 21. We also lose Tim Iragabunum. I apologise for pronouncing that totally wrong. But the 24-year-old, we did give him a couple of starts in the first couple of seasons. And he never really kicked off from there. And there have been better players. And we really wanted to mosey on up to the top of the table. That's where we're planning to. So yeah, he's gone out on a free, unfortunately, and a couple of other players on loan, especially Ndeye as well, because with him now out of the team, we can get some other players into the cam position where he was occupying. And to be perfectly honest, apart from a couple of stats, he really wasn't that great. So that did allow us to spend £153 million. Spendy, he comes in as a cam player to rival João Pedro, who might go out on the wing, but then again we've got Elise as well. So we've got very, very good players that can come in and do the job for us. But 24 years old, advanced forward, he can play up top, but I think well, he's going to either can play it or play up top. They're going to fight it out. James Trafford will come in because we lost Pickford. Wanted another backup, a goalkeeper, and James Trafford just fits that bill. And Aaron Hickey, a right back. Even though they've got Vanderson, he's dropped off a little bit, but Aaron Hickey can play left or right back. So it's a very, very good backup to have unless he establishes himself as a first teamer. So we didn't really spend all our money. In fact, we got quite a lot of money left, but I didn't see any need to spend anymore because we were up to our squad limit anyway. We have got £62 million in the bank and probably about 300,000 because we did move the budgets around to accommodate contract renewals, but yeah, we've just got plenty of money. We just can't spend it all. So we're not locking anybody in this time. We've just changed a couple of positions. We've got wingers now, 1 attack, 1 support. We've got a complete forward up top, a shadow striker now we moved in, Mazzala, DLP, and the back 5 is as it was. So if we pick our best 11, we have Ramsdale. Vanderson still comes in. Hickey's now on the left hand side. Gahey, Silva, Larson, Garner. They're the 2 players I really wanted in here, really, to be honest. Guendouzi is okay, but he can play in cam position as well if need be. Pedro, Spendy, Yildiz, and Boniface. I mean, it's not a bad side. I would have preferred Elise in there, but whatever works, I don't mind. And as you can see, we've started off brilliantly. First game against Leeds, a 4-1 smashing. Silva, Guendouzi, Boniface and Pedro scoring. Brentford would be away from home, which is quite a good result considering Spendy got an 89th minute goal despite Brentford getting one back in the 95th. So that kept us a 2-1 lead. Forest we beat 2-0, Pedro and Yildiz. And then Bournemouth, Boniface and Pedro both scoring in that one as well. 3-0, great result away from home again. And Chelsea, a nice Yildiz, Boniface and Silva 4-0 victory in the Carabao Cup 3rd round. The Champions League sees us play against Shakhtar once again, Benfica, Inter Milan. We've got Dortmund, Salzburg, Ajax, AC Milan and Leipzig. Again, it's going to be another interesting season. We are currently lying top of the table, 4 for 4, which is always good to see. We saw how that panned out last time we were 4 for 4, so hopefully we'll manage to keep it up there. I want to finish at least in the top 4. Challenge for a second spot at minimum. Really, I want to be closest to the top spot as possible. We are now predicted 26 to finish in the Champions League. We know we defied the odds last season, and the draws for the FA Cup and Carabao Cup haven't been made yet. So let's jump into our final season and let's see if we can come up goods once again. Obviously, good things come to those who wait, and we've done it, folks. We have actually won the Premiership title with Everton on goal difference, thanks to a flurry of wins in the last 5 games. 1 loss though, but however, Manchester United, who were closest to level on points, but they lost 3 of the last 5 games. But we beat Liverpool, Middlesbrough, Sheffield United and Brighton, despite that loss to United. 40 goals against, which isn't too bad out of 38. 85 goals though we did score. Still not the highest. Newcastle got that. Where's Man City? Wow, they finished in 6th position. Arsenal still only conceded 33. Leeds, Sheffield United, Middlesbrough go down. Brighton, who have always been a pain in the cup competitions, they escaped relegation just about the skin of their teeth as well. Boniface gets 3rd highest goal scorer behind Isaac and Haaland. Haaland again scoring 30 plus goals. Pedro though, 2nd best player in the league. Hickey gets yellow cards, 10 of them, but nothing else after that. I mean, I am surprised considering how much we scored. I expected a couple of assists in there, but maybe it was shared around the whole team. Right, okay, there's no other competition wins. I'm disappointed we didn't maintain the Carabao Cup. We lost in the quarterfinals, of course, to Brighton. We don't want to be playing Brighton in cup competitions. As Everton, it's a no-no. We lost on penalties. In fact, there's only Liverpool out of the big teams going through with Tottenham. So, who got to the final? Spurs, Liverpool. Of course they did. The 5th round of the FA Cup, we lost to Nottingham Forest. 3-2 after extra time yet again. And the Champions League, the round of 16. 5-4. Wow. To Real Madrid. So, we were pretty close. The league phase... Wow, we qualified in 10th position. 5 wins this time. Leipzig, Ajax, Inter, Benfica and Shakhtar losing to AC Milan. Salzburg, which I'm surprised about, and Dortmund. 21 goals scored though. That's pretty good. Nobody was unbeaten. United and Valencia finishing top of the group. So the knockout round, we knocked out Juve. 8-5. Wow. I think, we beat them in both legs. 4-2 and a 4-3. That is really, really good. Who went on to win it in the end? It was Barcelona against Inter after extra time. And disappointed we didn't win any other competitions, but I think the Premiership kind of makes up for that, don't you think? Squad-wise, let's put it in goals. 33 goals once again, 30 plus for Boniface with 5 assists. 21 and 10 for Pedro. Marvellous stuff. Yildiz 17 and 6, 11 and 15 for Elise. This is much better figures. McNeil still plays some games, 9 and 11. Silva 7 and 3 from defence, brilliant. Guendouzi 47 games, 7 and 12. Spendi 7 and 11, 4 and 10 for Larson. Everybody played some games apart from these guys down there. Beto probably should have moved him along, I guess. Same with Jacob Bryan. Ramsdale, 68 conceded in 54. With Trafford getting a couple of games as well, conceding 1 with 1 clean sheet. Finances, another £115 million with 273. Debts, have we cleared it? 327. It's not that bad actually, to be fair. I mean, it's manageable. They have got the money, being tycoons and all. Staffing, has that increased? Wow, that's pretty good actually. And as always, before we finish off, let's have a look at competition. So the Premiership, so that's been won now, first time since 1987. So another 30-40 years later, we go on and win it. The Europa League is a first and the Carabao Cup is a first. So we've won first trophies over the last few seasons, which is really, really good. And they've established themselves as a top 6 team. But let's have a look at some records. Did we break any at all? It doesn't look like it. No. Apart from highest gate receipts, 2.17 million against Inter in the Champions League in 2027. Highest scoring match, 5-4 against Newcastle. And league match as well, same one. Boniface is the most goals by a player in the season, 33. Highest average rating, Calvert-Lewin, 7.41. How has he done? He's at Aston Villa now, 200 grand a week. So he was at Al Ittihad, 19 and 25 in his first season there. So he didn't do too bad. Then an 8.15 and 13 and 31 on a free. Okay, so not really setting the world alight, was he, really? With so much potential as well. Anything else? Most assists by player in the season, 15 by Bergwijn. Ramsdale, most clean sheets, 22, which is good. Most player match awards, João Pedro, 8. And any sequences? No. And transfers, did we break any transfer records? For Shabendi for £85 million. And obviously their highest transfer fee received was from Manchester United for Lukaku in 2017. So that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the voting. I do appreciate it. So look forward to another one to decide which one you want to see rebuilt next. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It is free to do so and the best way to support us. And until the next rebuild, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.